What's up, Devils? J-Dog back with another goddamn video. In today's video, we're going to be going over some questions and concerns. And actually, I did proof the one video that I brought up here because it's one with Lindsay on it that came out. It's the Hoffman Brothers Return to Deicide or New Infest Dead album, like which one I would prefer. 111 comments. I proofed through it, and a lot of it I think that is. Remember, I told you guys in earlier videos when Lindsay got on the show, she kind of jumped to a more later videos, and especially the ones she was on. So I assume that she did questions on this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them I did because they did look familiar. So I'll scroll through them, so that's why I proved this one. But I got to a question, and then I'll scroll past see if there's anything more after this because I just stopped here. I was like, I'm going to hit the fucking video now. I thought it was a really good goddamn question, so I wanted to read it off because I was thinking it was a goodie, and I kind of like to get Devil's opinions on it. So we'll see if there's anything else in this video. Might have been shit that I already all answered or nothing to comment on, and then we'll just raw dog in the next goddamn video live, which I don't know what the fuck it is. We'll find out together, goddammit. So the one I thought was a goodie was from Layla Lover 90, who all the regular Devils recognize him. Pretty sure it's a him. Yeah, you're him or her, because Layla, I think you said you're a guy, but correct me if I'm wrong. Want to know how many goddamn ladies watch this fucking show? Because I'm pretty sure it's very, very, very few. Anyways, this question is, do you think pitch shifting vocals are cheating or enhance the music? I happen to like the sound. To me, if it sounds good and the band is not trying to hide that they are using it, I think it makes the music more brutal. So yeah, because I have an actual opinion on this. I remember early 2000s, you'd kind of see bands saying fuck off to fucking pitch shifting vocals, fuck off to like vocal effects, etc. The two bands that pop in my mind that I want to say they wrote it in at least one of their fuck off list, you want to call it that, next to the thanks list, was Hemorrhage and Desecration from United Kingdom. Goddamn, check out your Desecration. Remember I showed you that guy's Murder in Mine? Gotta fucking get that Murder in Mine. I'm telling you, that is a fucking banger. Fucking banger that nobody brings up. Desecration Murder in Mine. Hells did the LP, 300 copies, almost 20 years ago. Showed it on camera. Check it out, goddammit. If you don't know that, you're missing out in life. Smokes everything on the fucking Maggot Stomp label. And that's no shot at that. That's just because it's that goddamn good, in my opinion. Anyways, but I remember they'd say the same thing. But with that being said, like, does the cupping vocals count too? And, like, for example, like Frank Mullen, doesn't he kind of like cup his vocals? Is that considered cheating? Because I've heard guys say that is. And then here's the thing is, who the fuck cares if it's cheating? Like, who are you cheating? Who are you in competition with? Like, I love that. Like, I get that too. Like, when people say, like, in the bodybuilding world, if you take steroids, you're cheating. Who are they cheating? If they get on a natural competition stage and it's supposed to be drug free, just like if any type of sport or whatever, and it's actually tested, like real tested, not some bullshit fucking just urinalysis that you get around, that type of shit, then yeah, that's cheating. But if you don't even compete, or you compete in an organization like the IFBB, which is the top fucking, is like the NFL fucking bodybuilding, they're all doing it. So who are they cheating? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Or if a guy doesn't compete, he just wants to be fucking big and get as jacked as fucking possible. Who's he cheating? It's his body, do what he fucking wants. So same with the music. I'm just here to listen to good fucking shit that sounds good. Now, if it sounds fake and like this sounds really processed and shitty, then I just want to like it. But as far as the cheating aspect, that always made my dick itch. I mean, who are they cheating? How is it cheating? What the fuck? As long as it's not, the whole thing of music is they're called artists. It's another fucking art form, just like a painter or a fucking sculptor. You know what I mean? A music is technically supposed to be an artist. So you're creating a piece of art and ideally get it to sound a little fucking different. And then it's the listener's ear. But if someone's like, I could do this with these effects on the studio and shit like that, if it starts to sound too processed or shitty, a lot of people are not going to like it, especially older generation people. But that's, whatever. But yeah, I think anything goes. I don't give a fuck how you get the job done. I don't care if you use triggers, not triggers. Just do I like how they oversaw sound? Just keep in mind it might sound like shit or fucking whatever to the listener's ear. But no, I think anything the fuck goes. Whatever the fuck you got to do. If you got to fucking sing out of your ass, fart in the microphone, whatever. Just be creative. And if it sounds cool and you know what I mean? Like I'll actually say like what I thought was cool. I want to say I listened to him. I guess I never did. I got to contact him is the band Heinous Killings. And I knew Baxter had something to do with them. But for whatever reason, I think they kind of slide through the limelight. Maybe because I think that album was it Hung by Barbed Wire that came around 05 or whatever. Look, I don't even own the album. I remember hearing about it. That's right around when I stopped kind of paying attention to really brutal shit, I'd still check out bands here and there, but it was few and far in between, and it was on Unmatched Brutality. And a lot of stuff Unmatched was doing I didn't care about. Anyways, long story short, somebody brought him up on the channel. I was like, I remember Brian rejoined the band, so I Metal Archives and researched and shit like that. I was like, okay, so Brian joined the band, and I think they did a split together. Maybe I heard that. Maybe Brian gave me a CDR or something, or maybe I saw it live. But anyways, the fucking debut, well, the only full length, I didn't realize that A, it was only one guy, and B, it was a guy from Ohio. I had no idea. And I was like, do I know this guy? I was looking at his photo. I was like, kind of looks familiar. I don't know. So I'm just kind of surprised. And anyways, I went on fucking YouTube and I listened to it. I'm like, this is fucking great. And the one thing that stood out was the vocals. They were like, there was parts where it sounded like where he was singing, he's almost like gurgling under fucking water, like almost like suffocating on blood. And it was like, that was what's cool. Now, is he cheating? Is he pitch shifting? I don't care how the fuck he got the job done. I'm like, wow, this sounds different. Straight up, just sounds fucking different and unique. I'm like, this is a good fucking album. And I contacted Brian, and I do need him. Like, he sent me Jamie Bailey's number for Brodequin. Because I said, ask Brian if we could do an minimally. I'd like to do a CD reissue, but for sure an LP of the Heinous Killings. I was like, this is fucking great. I was like, I don't even own a copy myself. Want it out for myself. I see it's long out of print. I look at Discogs, eBay, and people are paying out, very high prices for the CD. I'm like, oh, so shit, this is in demand. But Brian's like, yeah, you'd have to contact Jamie because he owns it because I'm Unmatched Brutality. Now I do have his number and I'll text him, but I'm not getting my hopes up because do you remember when I showed you guys those Brodequin LPs that I bought, the pack that I got in the Gorgasms? We asked about doing the Brodequins. I think Chase said he contacted him, but it's just email. For Hells to do the first two Brodequins on vinyl and reissued vinyl because they've been on vinyl before, which I have the originals as well. And he didn't reply. I think the reason he didn't reply is because this other label, I forget what label, but I showed him on camera. It's just my goddamn past videos. Pull up the wallet, paid myself. Goddamn it, ordered them from I think the label was in Spain. Anyways, irrelevant. Maybe that's the reason he didn't reply. It's like, oh, because such and such X, Y, and Z label is going to do them. It's like, well, fuck, man, just at least reply. And here's the funny thing is because we've met him several times, he kind of knows who we are. Him and was it Jamie and Mike Bailey, right? The two guys in Brodequin, brothers. That was cool because me, Eric, and Chase always went to the show, and it's like brothers. So I was like, I thought. I mean, granted, it was 20 years ago or close to it. It's like, I don't know, just figured kind of remember or reply or say something. I don't know. I guess maybe not, but I will text him. Maybe it's just text you or reply. But that's just popped in my mind. Not too that story, just because of you bring up the pitch shifting vocals because you're cheating. Like I said, if it's cheating, not cheating, don't give a fuck. Who the fuck are they cheating? Just get the job done. As long as it don't sound like processed fucking garbage to my ears, I'm all for it. The more the merrier, because it's like everything's been done a million times. If we could get some more, especially if it's like brutal and unique sounding, and you could kind of like understand what he's saying in a sense. Not that you need to understand what he's saying, because I mean, most of the shit I like you don't. But if you can kind of pull it off, kind of like how like on like 6 Feet Under Haunted, it's his growls, but it's very distinguishable what he's saying. If you could almost like do a totally different sounding vocal tone that's understandable to that degree and super brutal and sounds like nobody else, give that a shot. What can you do? Who the fuck knows? So I think that'd be a great idea. Do something fucking original then. I mean, come on, we don't need another fucking band that sounds like Entombed or fucking Grave or goddamn Suffocation again. It's like, I mean, if the songs are great, I'll pick it up. I mean, if I really, they're catchy songs, but I mean, at the end of the day, do we really need another one of those? It's like, I don't think so. So seeing if there is Ben G, thoughts on Sanguizio Bog. I thought it was okay. I think it was their demo. It was talked about us releasing it. I had a CDR. Somebody handed me a CDR. I think it was a demo, but it was only like a few songs. I thought that was better. When the album came out, what were they calling it? Like caveman death metal or something? I put it on, like, this reminds me of like Discord from California and a few other bands that era. Like, but it's kind of like it's almost like it's getting popular. Market is like, there's this new brutal shit. I'm like, I was already kind of like, in a sense, like I said, burn out on this sound at 2003. Now, 20 years later, they're coming back and like, but marketing it as, which is fine, they're playing that. And like I said, I still do like Bands of Set, but it came out, I'm like, the way it was, I think like the sticker on the release, like it's some fucking brand new, holy shit, check out this brutal sound that's never been done. I'm like, it's caveman metal. I think that's what it said. Wait, what the fuck? This was being done a million times in the 2000s. Like, I mean, it was to the point where it was like, this is just old now in the 2000s. It's So it's kind of like didn't think it sucked. I just thought it was like, oh, this again. I was like 20 years later. Heard it then there. So kind of didn't care. But that's what I thought from when I put the full length came out. We got the LPs and CDs in. I'm like, yeah, I don't really need it. I was like, heard this a million times. Definitely doesn't suck. I mean, I listen to top to bottom, and it's a good background listen. I like that kind of music. But I remember liking the demo more. If I assume it's a demo, EP, demo, mini CD. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was a CDR. So let's see what the fuck else I think. Because we get toward the bottom of this. Like I said, we'll just raw dog our way to the next goddamn video. Some of these I do recognize. Guy asking about Scum, Ripper, and Necrofilth. I know I answered that. Metal Musician 6996 commenting on a banger. J-Dog, I think a lot of diehard Deicide fans would like to see the Hoffmans return, especially the younger bucks like myself who missed seeing that era of Deicide live. Oh, yeah, you're that young man. You haven't seen it? Yeah, I got to see a few times with the Hoffman brothers. Eric and Glenn have way too much beef and hatred for each other. There's no way they'd reunite. Yeah, that's what I hear too, which kind of weird too because they were in the band Fuck. I mean, so you figure 87 was the first demo. What was it after Scars of the Crucifix? When was that? 2003, 03, 05. So that's a good almost 20 years together of putting out albums, touring literally the world. So they've been around each other a lot. It's almost kind of like a brother or a sister or like a spouse that you've been with for years. Like kind of like almost anything is like within a few exceptions. Like you like fucking killed somebody or something like that. Like you just blow it off, you get pissed off, and maybe like 2 days later you're talking again. You just figured they'd be at that point. So I'd be curious what was so fucking serious that you just couldn't blow off from that many years together. There's so many drama stories on the internet, so who that fuck knows whose story is true? That's what I conclude. Because I heard stuff, I'm like, I'm not going to jump to any conclusion. I'm not going to take sides. At the end of the day, it's not my fucking business. And at the end of the day, I don't really get into the kind of girl drama. I don't judge. I don't like because I don't know. Who the fuck knows what's true? Just because it says it on the internet, I'm not going to be one of those other guys that just regurgitate something like, this is true. Why? Because you read it? A fucking 14-year-old could have put that on there. You have no idea who wrote that. At least the Hoffmans left on a kick-ass record. Scars of the Crucifix is my favorite death metal record of all time. Really, favorite death metal record of all time. It's definitely not my favorite death metal record of all time, but I do like that album a lot. I think the title track is fucking great. I like the song Mad at God a lot, and I'd say those are my two favorites. Yeah, Mad at God and the title track would be my two favorites. I remember when that album first came out, too, and Earache was really pimping it. It was right when vinyl was kind of like, because we were already doing vinyl, Nuclear now was doing vinyl, Iron Pegasus, etc. But it was kind of like vinyl's coming back, and they got wind of it. Quote me if you know the exact number. I think it was they put out 7 different colors of Scars of the Crucifix. I thought that was kind of fucking retarded and ridiculous and just obviously a cash mark hype. But I remember when it first came out and we got them, and Hell's was still very new. We were still living in I don't remember if we're still living in our parents' house. We might have been, or if we just recently moved out, the three of us together running out of the house. But anyways, I remember, when that came out, and I was definitely excited to hear it. I personally loved it because Incinerate Them and Torment of Hell were kind of like I said, I like them, but they're half-ass records. So it's kind of like, okay, they finished their record deal, which is what they're trying to do, get off Roadrunner. Now they're on a new label, so I was really curious, like, what is it going to sound like? And I was really excited to hear it, and I liked it a lot. But I wouldn't go as far as saying it's my favorite death metal record of all time. But I can see why it is for you, because since you said you're young, before the Hoffman brothers, theoretically, that's probably one of the first death metal albums you heard. But it is a good one, and it smokes everything fucking Slipknot, Pantera, Limp Bizkit, Tool, Marilyn Manson, Cold Chamber, whatever those shitty fucking bands I keep bringing up that everybody came up to me in high school, all of them combined in one. The entire shitty Pantera catalog put in there as one. Scars of the Crucifix blows it all away. Blows it all fucking away. Blows it away, pisses on it, shits on it, and fucking blows a load over it. So, seeing which video I get next in line, Devils, like I said. Not even sure what the fuck it is. I just go in order when I just go into my videos. Here we go. Next one, yeah, because that was the Hoffman brothers. After that, we got 3 weeks ago as well. J-Dog got schooled. And how does he deal with depression with this crap world? Oh, this could be this could probably be a 2-parter. Just want to cut this off around 20 minutes. We're just under 15. 121 comments. Don't have zero clue what the fuck's in here, so I don't want to hear I didn't like that question. Tough fucking shit. You don't like the content, change the goddamn channel. I don't know why the fuck that needs to be explained to anybody. People are like, I can't believe you answered that. You did this. It's like, what the hell? Remember the old days? Fucking remote control? Oh, I didn't like this. Saved by the Bell's on. I'm going to watch Full House. When you're a kid, like, what the fuck? Change the fucking channel if you don't like it. So let's see what the fuck's in here, devils. Get the goddamn shovels. People just talking about Panzer Craze, because, yeah, that's what I was saying. I do remember talking about, checking that out, and I thought it was a banger. So people are just giving their opinions on it. A book over here. Goatman, goddammit. Thanks for answering my question, brah. Stargazer is like proggy death metal. Debut album is killer. Yeah, proggy death metal. Oh yeah, someone asked me about Stargazer. I don't remember what it sounds like. I know I listened to it, and I recall not liking it. If it's proggy death metal, that tells me everything I need to know. I probably would not like it. What's your favorite Embalmer song? Favorite Embalmer song? Fuck. It would definitely be anything off something off There Was Blood Everywhere CD. Maybe Rotten Body Fluids. Maybe the title track, There Was Blood Everywhere. Maybe fuck, I don't know. Because I think that whole disc is a fucking 10. It'd definitely be also because I love the Until the Oven demo as well, but it would definitely be something off There Was Blood Everywhere. I do know this though, the Emanations from the Crypt, my favorite song from that. I don't want to say it's my all-time favorite song. Because like I said, it would be something from There Was Blood Everywhere, and it'd be hard to pick what. But my favorite song off Emanations is the last track, They Can Smell Our Blood. I think that song's fucking great. That's my favorite song from that record for sure. But on Blood Everywhere, it's almost kind of like close your eyes and point, because I think every single song is fucking killer. Love that fucking disc. Grew up on it. I think I bought that when I was like 14. Heard it, was blown away, loved it ever since. 23 years later, still loving it, goddammit. A lot of people just comment. Like, something about politics was brought up on here. I don't even remember. Somebody said people just saying they agree and shit like that. Don't even remember what we said or. Um, I just see a bunch of question marks and from Pikel. Goddammit. I guess one of the 5 people I answer who said that in the previous video. Yeah, I'll answer 5 people. I don't know. Maybe only 5 people put question marks. I'm literally just seeing about 3 or 4 question marks in there. I have no idea. Let's see. It's kind of not a book, but it's a little bit of a paragraph. J Dog is now taking bookings for motivation speaking tours. Maybe we'll see. That's funny when people say I'm motivational. I kind of find it cool and flattering because if I can motivate somebody, that's cool. But I never considered myself that, and I don't try to be that. I don't try to be some overly positive person. I definitely try to avoid negativity, especially in the last 5 years. And I especially noticed it ever since fucking Trump got in office. Is people just being negative, side divisions. Like that's when it really started. And ever since then, I'm like, look, I don't care what anybody's into, if they follow, but I don't want to hear all about all this negative shit. I just don't. So it was right around 5 years ago is when I concluded. I'm like, if you start talking negative shit or whatever, if I can, I'm just going to leave the room in times, or I'm just going to say as little, that type of shit. Okay, cool, yeah. But very little comments of the conversation go somewhere else because, like, dude, I don't even want to hear about it. I don't want to know. I don't care. So I try to cut as much negativity out of my life. Again, some people have said, and it's kind of like people know, well, Jodo, you're kind of negative. Like on your videos, you talk shit. No, what are you talking about? Like I bust balls and shit like that. And I'll talk, and not to mention, if you ask my opinion and a question, I'm going to give my honest opinion. If it's something I don't like, then I guess that's a negative connotation. I don't like Pantera, so is that negative? I don't know if it's negative. And as far as constantly ripping on those bands, they're just an example because of the face of the bands that, like I said, when I grew up. It's not even negative. I could give 2 flying fucks. If somebody, like I said, if they're the biggest death metal fan in the world and they're wearing a Slipknot shirt, I know they're all in death metal. I would still be, and if I like the person's personality shit, I would still be friends with them. I wouldn't be like, this guy's a fucking homo that doesn't listen to death metal. He's not true. He's not cold. Fuck this guy. And I'd still be fucking friends with them. So it's like, I don't get like, when people say that I'm negative, I personally don't agree with that. My question is, in a bizarro world, if someone didn't make any money to buy anything off the site, What other forms of currency would you accept? He's like a 12-pack of beer. I mean, in that case, it'd be survival shit, kind of like barter and trade, what existed, I don't know what, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Again, I don't really follow much of a lot, much of anything outside of bodybuilding and metal. I don't really follow too much of shit. There's a few other things I'm interested in. Anything that deals with kind of like aliens or outer space, I find interesting. Not saying I believe them or don't believe them. I'm kind of in the middle. I just find it interesting, the topic, and just the planets. If there is planets, is the world flat? Is the world round? Who the fuck knows? You hear both arguments. I believe it's round, but who knows? Maybe it is fucking flat. I don't think so, but anyways, I find the topic interesting. Anything with like dinosaurs and shit, for I don't know, ever since I was a kid, I found them interesting. Um, Supposedly they're fake too. So when it gets to that topic, I find that interesting, but it's not something I follow directly, but it is a topic of that I think interest. So, anyways, as far as it'd have to be of value, like you trade for like payment, probably food and water be the first thing. Food and water, some type of shelter that you could use for building shelter. That'd probably be the form of payments, right? Everyone working that day gets to punch that person in the face 5 times each. I wouldn't want to do that. No. J Dog doing the Ultimate Warrior bench presses with that person body while walking through the warehouse, or wear a sign at the public street advertising your business. Again, not a real question, but just an entertaining question. No, if it came to that part, like I said, it would have to be just survival shit at that point, because at that point that's all you would try to be doing if there was no currency. I mean, fuck, I don't even know what else. I guess goods too, if you liked, like maybe like trade in records for records, which where to do that. But as far as customers coming through, how they pay, yeah, probably stuff that you need to fuck to survive for the most part that I could think of. Because me just letting them punch someone in the face. I don't care about that. I don't get anything out of that. So anyways, Devils, I'll scroll down and see if there's anything else in this video. I'm gonna cut it off here. If there's anything else, otherwise I'll just skip to the next video for the next goddamn video. So that's it for this one, Devils. Comments, questions, concerns, you know what to do. Comment away. I want them fucking comments, and don't be no shy boy, shy girl, goddammit. I want comments, motherfuckers. So put them the fuck in there. See you tomorrow, goddammit. Later.